all achievements, just as a, you know, you don't need to do it like this, but I'm doing the Nuzlocke like this, and away we go. I was getting everything ready before the stream started, and then I ended up having to restart my setup. But let's go as we get into Goizo Cult Character Exclusive Random Item Toshiaki. I should actually show you the scoreboard for a moment. I don't know why I didn't do that, but, you know, in case we need a quick little reminder, here it is, 1, 2, 3 seconds, and yeah, we're in a Goizo run right now, I think, so we're not gonna accomplish anything with this run, but the whole point is to survive regardless of that, so yeah, it would be nice to survive. We're on Goizo, but, you know, hunted by the cult, so that's more doom for Toshiaki, unless I get frostbitten death immediately, but don't let it be said you have, you know, I forget things, some people forget things, but I forget more often as we have second charisma knowledge, light, and maybe a dexterity check. So if you learn something from this stream, hey, I think I've done some good. But if not, well, I have not much else to say. We'll keep these library notes, but I'll use them once just in case. There was a post in the community at some point, I think specifically in the Discord, about ways to die before you even do your first investigation or first mystery. And if we're counting things like double flashbacks and whatnot for Ayaka, yeah, there are some interesting ways to die before you even take a step outside of these apartments. But normally they wouldn't happen, but theoretically it is possible. Also including library notes. Library notes obviously doesn't have a soft cap, so you can just reason yourself out. I think there's one or two other things aside from, you know, Book of Goring yourself. If we count different spells as different ways to die, then technically there's at least like one or two, I think. Book of Gore included in that, because you can get things like Broken Bone and then zero stat yourself, but if we're looking at the source, then hey. But otherwise, yeah, I'm just deciding Coma, Vigil, Flood, because I saw Coma, I thought it was Ward for a moment, Footage, and Arms. So at some point, Flood, some point, Vigil, Coma, Footage, Arms. We'll do Footage now. Probably Footage, Arms, Flood instead, now that I think about it, but we'll stay here for a moment. And with the power of the bookstrap and 2 books, yeah, we're just going to become Omega Toshiaki. Again, we can immediately die to like 1 or 2, well, mainly 2 curses. 2 stacks of hunger, 2 sets of flashbacks, 1 frostbite, and a whole lot of sadness from my part will be the end of me. But while we're here, we'll see what happens. Army knife, please. And away we go. With Toshiaki specifically, I feel a lot more comfortable with my run usually, aside from bad luck zero statting, but that's not a normal thing that happens. Also, we're doing Flood, a thing, but I'm mainly looking at Flood when I look at Village and School max threat level. What's my high threat level? Seaside? I guess I'll do School. On average, I'll visit School more than Village still. Maybe the numbers aren't exactly correct for that if we take all the mysteries and look at the locations investigated for your main investigation, but we'll see. Otherwise, yeah, let's actually do our first investigation and see what happens to me, because, boy, good or bad luck can be a heck of a thing. I will use rest to my advantage. We will also do this once. I mean, sure, but if you think about it theoretically, visiting the History Club, in this case, for Toshiaki, for a perk, you are somewhat light. Should have actually visited the mansion to get rid of some forced investigations here, but yeah, when you go in, you're kind of doing a little small version of not Schrodinger's cat. What's the theological thing that I'm thinking about? The Monty Hall door problem. When you're looking in the History Club for something that you want and don't find it, you're essentially increasing your odds of getting it. I mean, if you believe in the Monty Hall door problem. For those who don't know, because I mean, we're not doing anything else here, or we're sitting here waiting. Nice 11 roll, by the way. Try to sneak that past me while I was talking about something. But the Monty Hall door problem is essentially a way that RNG for you, that you get luckier. But some people don't believe in it. I see where it comes from. Where essentially, if you don't know, and I'll save you a wiki search, but you're presented 3 doors, and upon picking one, the AI or the game or whatever the heck it is picks one of the other 3 doors that you didn't pick, and shows you, you know, if they show you a guaranteed door that is not good, that is not good for you. In this case, sometimes it's a car, sometimes it's money, but you get the point. One of 3 doors is good, and you pick one, and then the game or master or whoever decides to pick a second one and shows you that that door guaranteed does not have anything good behind it. And then you get a second chance to pick the last and remaining door that was not picked by anyone. And so the thought is that by doing so, your odds of succeeding increases. There are 2 ways that I think about it, but overall, I think you also get the odds are better for you, though. I don't think it's a logical fact. I think it's actually proven in some cases, but in both ways, though, because the main argument is, yes, it does increase your RNG, and no, it does not increase your RNG. And I think I think you do. The odds for that you have are better than if you were not shown a bad door, because you're guaranteed to be shown a not good door. Again, whatever door you pick, because you don't know what's behind your door yet. That's the other usually detail there. Sometimes there are different ways of it, but I think we see this the most in, and I swear I'm not referencing anything specific by saying this, but you see this in the what do you want to? Now I'm forgetting the name. In the game show called Deal or No Deal, you are picking 1 out of 30 briefcases. I swear I can't remember. I just watched someone stream this, but yeah, you 1 out of 30 cases, and the cases all have different values. The highest value being 1 million. And essentially, you are Monty Hall door probleming yourself because you are picking every other case, but you don't know what's in your own case first. Same thing for the original door problem, where you pick a door, but you don't know what's behind it. And then the dealer in this case shows you one of the second doors, which is guaranteed to have nothing in it, and then you are allowed to choose again. That is essentially the whole premise of the Monty Hall door problem, as I take about, 5 minutes to explain all of this, but, So yeah, and then obviously the game show, you are allowed to, and then they add twists like the banker who gives you a money amount that you can walk away with or keep the case, and sometimes your case has, 1 million, and sometimes a 1 in 30 shot as you open the other cases, and sometimes sometimes you have like a cent or $1. So I'm shrugging real life as I say, yeah, that's a game show, but at the same time, you can also just disregard everything and say, I'm going to pick 1 out of 30, and I'm going to be lucky. I mean, 500,000 or 100,000 doesn't look bad either. But, again, it's about going through the motions and seeing, oh, what did I miss out? If we're not talking about the advantages you get mathematically, there is a spectacle to be shown in saying, hey, I'm going to pick this one, and then, half of the cases or something are going to open, and therefore you can kind of see the advantages that you have the more objects there are to open. I think a certain video game does the same thing, where your odds are, and it kind of makes sense when you think about it in this way, where the odds are, they certainly should be increased because you are doing I think the video game did a 1 out of 10 puzzle, and so you're supposed to pick 1 out of 10, and the other 9 are bad outcomes. But then you pick one, and then 8 of the other ones that are guaranteed to be not correct are chosen for you and shown to be not be correct. And so theoretically, it's supposed to be, well, if you believe in the Monty Hall door problem, it becomes a 50% shot. I really like probability. Is that not, is that not apparent by now? But anywho. But again, yeah, you pick one in the beginning, and then yeah, it is a 1 out of 10 in that case if you don't believe. Also max threat level village, by the way, but it is a 1 out of 10 if you just decide to believe in yourself for whatever reason and just stick with what you've got. But when you are shown again the other 8 non-factors, or the other 8 incorrect choices, and then you're stuck with basically 2 at this point, that's where the Monty Hall door problem tries to correct you. Then it should be a 50%. But obviously, it's all up to RNG anyway. That's kind of my other strong opinion on the matter. And so, if you don't believe in RNG, then you just do it. But if you believe in the theoretical probability, then yes, in that case it is 50%. Also rip swollen joint. But I could pop this, but I don't want to at the moment. Because we're going to be fighting everything anyway. We're Toshiaki with the bookstrap. So arresting we go, and A-rest, R-E-S-T-I-N-G, we go. Hi-ho, the Dario. Why did I come up with that? Anywho. Yeah, let's... Can we do prep strong, actually? We get close, but I'd rather take my guarantees. So, this. We're taking about -2 reason, unless I decide to forget Ashen Contract, which I probably will. And also trade off stamina, but... Yeah, let's do that now. So, we'll do that now. And then take a bunch of... Damn, actually we can do this. And for the first part of this stream, yeah, I just explained the Monty Hall door problem, because why not? Again, these things are interesting to think about. They exist for a reason. Even if some people think that, you know, it's worthless to talk about theoreticals and whatnot. Or if you're someone, you know, closer to me who doesn't believe in RNG, you're just like, bleh. But at the same time, oh, we're going to reroll here, by the way. We're going to reroll again. You can reroll about 2 or 3 times as Toshiaki and feel kind of good. I'm just going to reroll more because, you know, it would be great. It would be great. Okay, I shouldn't really be doing this, but... Hey, we still have about... We're effectively at 11% Doom. Who do I care? And we can also run if I can get to do a thing, but we're not. So if we fight Rumu Ghost, I guess we just get pounded in the face. So without further ado, I mean, I can brace into a Sever most likely, and I have 4 knowledge, so thankfully I'll be getting good Sever damage. But as we get near Frostbite Land, hey, I'm just going to take the stamina damage. We rolled a 12, by the way, and move on. 3 claps and a bow. And to kind of zip the gift box wrapper around the Monty Hall door problem subject we've been talking about the whole time is that, yes, even just re-rolling my level ups there are a form of it because I didn't find what I wanted, and so I just re-rolled 3 times. Now, in that case, I was forced to re-roll a bunch of... Or, I forced myself to re-roll a bunch of times, but that doesn't change the fact that, again, you are increasing your odds by re-rolling. But that's an entirely different topic. Re-rolling in general. Whether in gachas or otherwise. As we fail a strength check and move on. Random item stats, right? 5, 95, 65, 6, 75, 65. So that's why we're doing so much damage, by the way. But as we move on, let's see what our RNG in total looks like in this stream. Because, boy, I would love to get back to a score of 5. I think 5? I don't think I got to 6. Actually, I would like this mask, but I have to store something then. Well, I mean, sure, but also pain. I would need a source of stamina healing and or guarantee my lighthouse first, and I don't remember my lighthouse at the moment, so... Yeah, we're gonna stop for a moment. We do have Cure, so I don't need to worry as... Yeah, actually, now that I just said that in my face, because I actually just completely forgot, we're gonna equip the Demon Mask. And away I go. So without further ado, let's take this key, do some bath things, and move on with life. I would like Thought Flash, but if we don't get it... Thought Flash is usually the... If I were to use the phrase again, gift wrapping on the present for a run. But... Because at that point, you usually just guarantee your doom. Again, you don't normally need all the experience, and also... I can actually just do this. I can get close. Yeah. 65%. I'm out in 2 turns anyway, so we're gonna just roll on this. And away we go. That's something I often forget about when I'm trying to give tips and whatnot. And yes, I am still working on that tips video, but I'm also busy with a bunch of stuff. I swear I'm working on it though. But as we get for Thought Flash and move on, because I was interested in that level up, well, yeah, away we go. We're about to end the run with like effectively 40% doom, so I mean, really, how worried was I? After getting out of the frostbite threshold, I normally just, you know, just spread my arms out and just go relax and go, ah. Because at this point, yeah, Toshiaki, a lot of it is the bookstrap, I'll admit, but That extra Doom is also pretty good. So yeah, 10 damage per turn. If I had increased my perception, I could probably do prep strong, but for the moment, let's just guarantee this. I can even just do this again to save myself sometimes, so... Sadly, we're on another Goizo run, so this doesn't actually do anything for me, but hey. Also, we're on Goizo, I forgot about that. This is when I use Cure instead. But we also have a Thought Flash, so yeah. Our Doom is actually a little bit less, or a little lower than we think. Especially with that event. But I should still be kind of conservative on my Doom, because I never know what's going to happen. We do have the Swollen Joint, so I can't really run. But I don't need to. 50 power, by the way. But we didn't need that 5 Doom I spent resting. I mean, I got some HP out of it, but it was really not a good trade. We're also on Colt. Even though the Doom decrease isn't that much, it's a substantial amount. Especially if you're trying to survive by the skin of your teeth. Again, nothing much more to say as I'm getting into this thing here. Charisma, knowledge, blah. Yeah, I should survive. But just to be sure, and then, and away we go. And then I have Cure in case my stamina just takes a nosedive for whatever reason, but again, we should be perfectly fine. Oh, just in case I want to dodge the nothing. I should try to do these here, by the way, just, you know, to be safe, but again, we have all the Doom in the world. We have enough time if we're going by the lore of the game. And away I go. I don't remember, actually. But again, it doesn't matter. I need to start remembering, though, because, yeah, when it gets down to the wire, that's killed me a lot more times than not. So, Jordan needs to remember. But as we complete this Goizo run, again, I don't need to show you the scoreboard again. Nothing changed. We already did a Goizo. We already did a Goizo run, if I cannot mumble. And let's get into this Yogatag Knight Errant, character exclusive random item, Toshiaki run. Hey! Wow, it's gonna be a crazy day with Toshiaki. Anywho, light, knowledge, dexterity, strength, charisma, and every single stat check. Maybe a second encounter check, but that should be the only one I need to remember. As we illegal dan our way into the run. Empty bottle this time, but the inspiring novel is a book as well. So we get to profit a bit off that. We check the TV twice, only twice, because I do that. And I like this one. Yeah, I mean, it might stand for something bad. If it is, I please forgive me. But I like the way that the clothes look on Toshiaki. Scissors, sailors, ward, kakana. Kakikukeko. Japanese alphabet. Anywho. We do still want the book strap, by the way, so we're gonna take that and equip it. But the army knife wouldn't be a bad one either, unless the random item stats hurt it. But we'll see. 578, 75. Alright, cool story. I don't have enough money because whoopsie doopsie. I did not prepare enough because random item stats caused it to cost 6 funds. We also do have ward, I think, right? So you know what? Yeah, we're actually just gonna spend a bunch of Doom here. Because... yeah, it's still worth it. It's still worth it. Especially when you're Toshiaki and you don't want to deal with events as much, but first and foremost, this is a document, not a book, so it does not count for the bookstrap scaling, but we do want to pick it back up eventually, if not just right now. But we are going to get a pair of handcuffs and do this patrol at the hospital. And away we finally go, alright? Kana, where we're gonna get to go. So I'll probably do Scissors Ward, unless there's something else that I forgot. Also, Yogatag is quote-unquote decreasing our Doom, but, you know, Yogatag is probably gonna be about 20% Doom to us, minimum. So, I probably should have taken that experience there, but I have 3 knowledge and I'm scared. So yeah. We'll turn this into we'll turn that event into a 2 Doom event, move on with life. And I hope everyone's doing well today, or tonight, whatever time it is for you right now, because, yeah, I've been going through some things during the week, and now I should feel a bit more comfortable, but things have definitely changed for me since the beginning of this week and the end of this week, so, yeah, nice luck check, by the way. I would have really appreciated it if we had passed the check. As for everyone else, though, I know some people were interested in things around the world, and I do try to stay attuned to things. I'm losing my words at the moment, but On the internet, it's kind of, I want to see what's going on around me on YouTube at least, or streaming and gaming in general, because, well, that's the sphere that I'm in. As I mute myself. My body. But yeah, we'll try to go into scissors. If not, I mean, we have 12 stamina, 3 reason. I'm not in a good place to enter scissors, so I guess instead we are gonna do ward. It looks like we won't need the bottle of water, so instead I'll pick up the handcuffs. Ow! My hand, I hit my phone. And let's see what happens to us. We have the stamina, so I would like to lose stamina beforehand. Or at some point, so that oh my goodness, threat level increase. No! I set you down from a doomed location. Just for you to become doomed again. As we continue to lose more reason. Can we not, by the way? And by that, I mean it's up to me to not lose reason, but hey, And away I go. Oh, my sweet goodness. Okay, well now we definitely need to rest. And we are in it. I shouldn't be going in with 2 reason like this, but I'm trying to really lose stamina. And that last event, choosing the reason option for the last event was not great for me. But while we're here, yeah, we're just going to rest again. We're Toshiaki. That being said, I would like to rest my reason up before the end, but the game isn't really... Okay, yeah, now we can finally do some things. Let's rest one more time. Let's actually rest twice. And away I go. I did not take out the handcuffs. Whoops, this is going to be interesting. I mean, I do have the Doom to spend, but I could also probably just brace my way out. Yeah, I mean... Toshiaki things. We don't get the Restless bonus, so I don't want to lose too much stamina here, but... When we have the option, we are just going to do this, to lose 3 stamina only. And then save on some Doom. If nothing else, that Doom becomes 4 HP, and I only lost 3, so that's why I say 3 or 4 is normally the threshold. 4 breaks even, that's why I say it's not great, but not bad. But if you lose some resting efficiency, I mean, then you just lose some resting efficiency. I forgot to bring up the bottle of water, but that's not so bad. Anywho. We'll drink the bottle of water now in case some weird things happen. We'll also level up now. And reroll once. Reroll again. I really shouldn't do that, but I've decided. So, away we go. Into scissors we go. And effectively we have 15% Doom right now. So, I mean, all is not lost, certainly. But, I would like to reroll 1 of 2 spells. And by that, I mean I would like to get Thought Flash or Cure. I think Cure is the second best spell, if there isn't something else, but sometimes Damage Spell can help out, but I'm not willing to do the math, so I'm just being really lazy. By the way, Triangle, Cup, and Ball, and I think we'll go move on. Don't need the Cursed Scissors, so we're already lucky enough with the Army Knife, let's not roll on RNG anymore, as we lose -1 all. You can drain HP, it's not going to do anything for you, stalker girl. Now, give me your diary. That sounds mean, but she attacked me first. I'm just trying to investigate this school. 3 knowledge, by the way. Oh, my neck! Oh! Then I also... I haven't been feeling good in the past few days, coughing aside. I don't know if I talked about it, but I do think my body went downhill around the year 2020 for reasons that everyone, most people, like 99% of the world population should be aware of at this point. But, I do want the extra experience for 4 reason here, but that's 4 reason. And we get a book here, so that's probably going to do me better. We can't handcuff the Scissor Lady anyway, so hey. Actually, we have like 4 books, so let's just become Omega here. Omega Toshiaki. And near the and at the lighthouse, we will just do a thing. I did forget my second encounter here. I don't know who it is. It might be the Colt Witch. I'm just going to guess it is. But we'll keep in mind to save about 5% more Doom than expected, because I actually just forgot. But yeah, we're actually Omega Toshiaki right now, because we have 4 books, and yeah, this Scissor Lady is not going to have a fun time. I could still brace. There's no reason for me not to brace here. But yeah, we have 17 damage on demand, and we're about to brace here. into something even bigger. So -1 all damage, and then yeah, stay still. Anywho, we have the 6th floor of the lighthouse now, but let's hope that the occult witch was the second encounter. I don't remember, and I obviously don't care as much because things are happening, but we'll save sailors for last. We might even be able to fight this boss at the end here, so I don't need to do this. We're only on a score of 1, possibly 2 when we complete this Sugat Egg run. I don't really care. Like, I really don't care. Anywho, yeah, so Toshiaki wants to fail that event because he has low charisma and it actually heals you. You get experience, I think, if you succeed, but I would rather just get mainly good things. Now, the fact that our stamina is being pounded is not great, and I forgot to use my empty bottle, but we should still be fine for the moment. We'll see. We'll see. Although, for all intents and purposes, I mean, at the end of this mystery, I do need to throw 2 things away. Can I go for a one-shot here? I could. For 3 stamina, though, there's no reason for me to take this risk, so let's do this and move on. Don't save that. Ooh, what are you doing? What are you doing, Jordan? Oh, not much. I'm just, you know, taking gambles where they aren't needed. I should have traded a reason for stamina, though. That I should have done. And in fact, I'm going to rest now because of it. But let's see. Let's see what our 3rd spell is. Even if it is Fatah's Flash, I'll take it. For the purposes of taking it, we have the thing, so we can quote unquote. Oh, we're in the thing. We're in coma. Never mind. We're not even in sailors yet. Whoops, I forgot. Anywho, oh, that's right. Knight Errant as well, but we're Toshiaki, so I still don't care. I'm not gonna. That means I'm not gonna reroll. Okay, I'm gonna reroll it once here, but excuse me. Do a thing. We do things. I could Krutski's kill, but I would rather not lose Doom, so I didn't take out the empty bottle again. We do have 2 occult diaries as well, so whether I toss them away or use them to lower Doom. I did forget what I was talking about for a moment, but hey. And you know what? Just because, let's see what our RNG looks like. I could have increased my stats by 8 to at the end to avoid damage here, but again, if we somehow die, I've really gotten too relaxed. Also, max threat level thing, but we have a thing, so thing. I should be perfectly fine is what I'm trying to say. Oh no! My threat level in the mansion increased from max to max. Anywho. As we do a Zantetsuken on this goblin seal here. I actually needed to hit all of them. I didn't know that. But we're effectively at about 70% Doom at the end of this mystery. I'm not too worried. Now, I need to not do that, but you know, I could have also thrown away the empty bottle. I have lost a lot of stamina due to that, but hey, we should be perfectly fine. We are on timeline B, so I said I was going to fight the boss. Let's not do that. And away, we don't need this bat actually, because yeah, I could have actually thrown away the bat and the empty bottle, or the empty bottle, for the purposes of lowering my Doom, but I keep forgetting about Night Errant as well. But we can't get we can't do ending A on timeline B anyway, so fun times ahead. We also lost Bath, but Fatah's Flash into Cure. Thank you for giving me Cure at the end of the run. I appreciate it, and by that I mean I don't, but we should be fine. I forgot if this is better than Lighthouse. I don't think it is, right? Yeah, 6 Doom or 3 Stamina 3 Reason at the Lighthouse, or 7 Doom there. Anywho, yeah, I should have taken Fatah's Flash. That would have lowered my Doom. That's the more efficient play. We do have every single thingamajiggy, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we move on. I think we still survive here. We do have the 6th floor. We should still survive though, because we fail every single stamina check, strength, dexterity, and knowledge. We should have 1 stamina remaining. And yeah, so basically, I am the reason why this run was so close. I didn't need to do things like this, but hey. And then the luxury play that is being able to cast, not Rage, Shebs. is a luxury play, because if you're gonna spend that Doom increasing your stats to 8, I can't think of many situations to do that. It was a Stalker goal, by the way, but we would have survived at 99% Doom, so we will do that and run, and we will update the thingamajiggy, because that was a Yogatag run. But Yogatag's got nothing on Toshiaki, the master of unlocking, but he actually is a good character to unlock things on, if you know how to play him. But otherwise, with the score of 2, we'll move on to our next run, which will be another Goizo run. 7th Curse character exclusive Jury. So, no resting, only running, because if we're gonna rest, we might as well run. Not Toshiaki. Takashi-san, 2nd mystery, light check, 2nd charisma, and maybe strength? But we're Jury, so you know what? Maybe an army knife is in our future. But strength wouldn't be bad either, but we're gonna do this in case of ward. I'm gonna gamble on myself and say ward. But as Jury, yeah, you wanna complete mysteries with as much XP as possible, experience as possible, is what I'm trying to say. And Metamorphosis won't, and Teacher won't help. Scissors will, though. But we'll see if we can even do that. But in the interest of, yeah, saving these 2 bosses for later, we'll do Scissors now. We may or may not get the Cursed Scissors. It depends on my fancy at the moment, but as we equip this wooden bat, we're not on random item stats, and we are on Timeline B, so 5 claps is the guess. And it will be nice for Jury's experience if we can do so. We'll be guaranteed to level up at the end of this, and we'll even do this to level up some more. Only on the first mystery of a Harbinger run can you do this, otherwise you have to spend another turn getting smacked for 2 reasons. Which at this point isn't as great. But we will take the luck hit because you can't 0 stat die on luck. And we'll move on. Let me stretch for a moment while this thing is trying to jump scare me. But yeah, we'll move on. Oh yeah, my coughing's gotten worse. Has it gotten worse? I think it's gotten worse. Hope this doesn't mean anything bad for me. But as we swing hard twice here, well, we should still be perfectly fine. The sigils don't matter because we're on Timeline B. 5 claps is the guest, and 1 more investigation. So we fought Maru first, and our second encounter is Stalker Girl, if it even matters. I think it does. Now, I could just take a bunch of this in the face. I don't want to run, though, so I guess we are just going to take -4 all damage to the face. 1. I don't think that's a special attack, so hopefully nothing weird happens here. Enemy regains health. I forgot about that. So, let us actually brace kick, guaranteed. So we lose -5 all, but hey. All for the sake. Actually, I could have just desperate struggled. I don't know why I did that to myself, but, you know. We'll actually hold on this level for a moment because I don't know if I'm about to die to reason. There's I say a good chance, but you can work out the theoretical probability as we do 5 claps. So I think our horror prog is actually going to go negative, but we'll see in a hot moment. Nope. Yes. So clap, bow, restless bonus, -2 horror progress, and away we go. The town is slowly sinking. But are we on a 7th curse run? We are on a 7th curse run. Anywho, now let's level up. And yeah, we do this. So the thing about Jury's perks, if I haven't already gone, I mean, I have gone over them before, but to say it again, yeah, aside from elusive, you don't want Doom to increase. The stats are worth the Doom you're spending if you really want to treat it that way, but I mean, there's only so much you want to do. By the way, yeah, let's get the army knife if possible. Can I get the army knife, by the way? Otherwise, I'm just gonna grab a Sato for now, because we should be more than comfortable enough with the amount of horror progress we have right now. Except, oh, sorry, we're on 7th curse, so all I did was waste Doom. Why do I do this to myself? Anywho, let's equip the army knife and move on. Again, we will be leveling up a whole bunch. I promise you. But I need to remember that I'm doing a thing. You know what? The perception's actually better for me. And away we go. Now, if we get brain damage, ghost encounters are going to be completely bad. But at least we know the ritual. So, clap, clap, bow, clap, bow. That's a saving grace we have. One bite won't hurt. We have the strength. We have the power. We lose stamina for it, but we get some experience. Some badly needed experience. And we are in Goizo, so it is actually kind of... It behooves us to do things. I don't think we have another hospital mystery. And the threat level wasn't that high anyway. Except it's just going to increase my doom by 4 because branded like cattle. But anywho. Yeah, we don't need to do a full horror list run as Jury, but I'll take the buffs where they exist. Also, I should not have done that because I also did not do the police station. So, this is going to be an interesting end to Teacher. I don't think I get to one-shot here. No, I do get to one-shot. With the power of the wooden bat, the question is, do I want to? Do I need to? I can take a risk. Do I need to take a risk? Yes, I do. So, this is 15 damage, and this is the match. And I'm going to put the sensor on screen now as we move on. So, we brace here for saving Doom and not getting badly bleeding. And away I go. 9 damage. 9 damage. 9 damage once more. And then our horror progress gets to 38 at the end of this. And we get to level up once more. But before we... So don't... Quick little tip as Jury. Don't hit the old god stirs before you finish leveling up. Because you could get something like time skip and horror out. And then all your experience goes... Also, we got level up twice there, by the way. So we'll take quick thinking as well. I really don't want to take Jury's own perks. Is that apparent? Anywho. Yeah, so until the horror catches up, we don't really need to rest, but if we need to rest, we must. I mean, that's just a point and reason. Also, I don't remember my mysteries, so let's do this. I think it was something in school that was my second encounter. I don't know why I'm forgetting this. Because, oh no, my charisma, oh. But we'll move on. We are in Metamorphosis, so this could hurt us a bunch, especially with Drenched hitting us now. I forgot about that. So yeah, we do need to rest at some point. Well, otherwise, this boss is going to do a lot of damage to us. Also, I've only done that to myself. So we'll take that, Stalker. We'll take the next curse, Paranoia. I think I can still survive with 6 stamina. I guess we're going to find out. But yeah, we're at level 5, so our accuracy shooting... The one thing that you can rely on as Jury, if you do manage to level up to 5, 6, or 7, is that your accuracy is normally going to be very high. That's just how accuracy works. That being said, though, you still want to do your best to survive, because if you die to HP and you level up a bunch, it doesn't matter if you die to HP, so... Hey. We have 9 strength, though. We should be able to brace it to something comfortable. Yeah, I mean... This is not peak Jury gameplay, but it's pretty good Jury gameplay. If I were more efficient, I would have been able to do a thing, but 3 all damage for this meat horror is not bad. And we're still at 40% Doom. Well, we're at 40% Doomish, moving into our 4th mystery. That is even better than expected. But we are on a Goizo run, so the moment we rest twice, that's going to kind of level itself out a bit more. But until then, we will take the... I mean... Again, I don't want my Doom to increase, so... I mean... Yeah. Our HP is low, though, and we're on Goizo, so I do need to remember to, not increase, or to heal in the bath, and not increase my Doom any more than necessary. We're also taking penalty damage, but... Hey. I would like to go grab a pack of cigarettes. Thank you. And then I could also opt to... So, because if I'm happy with my level up, I can do this. But while we already have a pack of cigarettes, I think I'm just going to do this. You know, this would have been great, so maybe I should have taken Test of Will, but too late now. And I do need to rest, but... Let me just make sure. Yeah, so we're going to rest once. Hopefully that should be enough. We're going to find out. Because I'm really not smoking the cigarette for I don't know why. Oh my goodness, I'm taking every stamina option, by the way. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. I guess I'm gonna gamble. I shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do this. No, we're not gonna gamble. We're gonna just visit this and eat these painkillers. But where the horde catches up anyway. I should have just rested. But if I can grab the restless bonus, that would be nice. I don't think I rested, right? Did I rest during this? I feel like I did. Anywho, time warper, by the way. So this is gonna hurt. But if I can do this, yeah. All right. Well, Time Warper, if it isn't you and your weaknesses. But we do turn. That's the end result. We can notice the face to save ourselves some doom-ish. Because otherwise I'd have to prepare twice to go to the... Or prepare once, but twice to get into the doctor's office, and then... Or 3 doom for the school nurse, but... Feeling particularly lazy. We could grab the checkbook now. I think I am. Because we want to do that. And move on. Just in case we lose funds. I was thinking about getting another pack of cigarettes. I just corrected myself. So, whoops. I did make some mistakes. Do I believe in myself? This is pretty much a 50-50. It's better than 50-50, but... in the interest of not getting gobsmacked right now, I don't know why I use that word, but... let's move on. Also, while I'm saying it here, because there's nothing else, I'm gonna try to rush this. We don't have much left, and I mean, I could rest. Demon Mask could also not be a bad idea. But yeah, while I'm here, I think I'm just gonna... So I had some plans for, and I think you've seen some of those plans, but I stopped for the moment at the beginning of the year. I'm just gonna go through with it because I just saw someone play a game. I really rolled an 11 there. Well, now we have to rest. I want to rest. I want to rest at the lighthouse, but the game is not letting me do that. So anyway, yeah, I saw someone play a certain game on YouTube, and I'm just like, you know, if people are playing that game, I'm just gonna do. Obviously, don't go crazy. You don't want to break on YouTube. You don't want to break any terms of service, but basically, common sense wins out because obviously you can play a game for the gameplay, especially if it's a good game. But, you know, and if you don't know, then you might see it later on in the year. But for the moment, I'm still busy with my own stuff, so hey. I only want to do the thing I'm thinking about because, well, one of the reasons, it's not just one reason. One of the big reasons is because the developer for the game I'm planning on reintroducing has recently, according to them, gone through some bad times, so I do want to bring some attention to them because I feel where they come from. I don't remember my Doom. Yeah, but we'll hold on that thought, and if I forget, so be it. But so we're losing 3 reason, 5 reason. I shouldn't be losing any more reason after that. Oh, we might. No. We have 10 strength, so we should be okay. I do need to get these Doom checks right, but I should be okay. But yeah, I want to help out. I want to do something good for that developer, or at least play their game again, but we'll see. So without further ado, I don't have any other stamina checks. I could just trade stamina off here, but it should be fine. And yeah, this is gonna hurt Takushi-san. Oh! He has the sigil on his shirt, by the way, if you didn't notice. We did teacher second. Oh! Yeah, and if I wanted to be safe, I should have just rested because I was going to survive on Doom anyway. It was Maru and then Stalker Girl? Nope, I'm going crazy. Anywho. Well, we're fine on Doom, and we're fine on Reason. So unless we somehow magically lose Reason here because of weird things, we're going to do this Goiza run, which we have already done 3 times in this current attempt of the Nuzlocke, and yeah, not much else to say. Let's get into our next run. We're on a score of 2. Scoreboard hasn't changed, but what is it going to change? It's a cast. Roll of 4, character exclusive random item Mizuki. I don't like doing ally attack as Mizuki here, but it depends, I guess. Second sandwich. Knowledge, light, Tachi-san, dexterity. No charisma. I'm thinking. I think I'm just gonna do. I'm gonna run hardware store Mizuki. Now, there's no reason for me not to do this because I'm not playing to History Club in Zik Test anyway. I think usually in Zik Test, unless I'm like Ayaka, I do not. But if I do that, I can't enable the illegal day. Oh! You know, Ewo would have been nice. I didn't even check my ally. That's how out of it I am. Do I believe in myself? Because if I take hardware store, I have to do the prepare. That's less doom. That's less doom than going for ally attack. And a score of 2 isn't anything to be proud of, but I don't want to get reset here if possible. So, I am going to run hardware store. I'll keep the schoolyard in case I want to pick up students. In fact, I should. As Mizuki, if nothing else, you can send those students at enemies, so... We'll see. We'll see. If they increase my stats, that would be nice, but... As Mizuki decides to blend in. We do have Kana. Akamoto Recluse Teacher. Okay, so just 4 boss mysteries and botanists. Thank you, game. But... So we have Ryoko, so we do want a weapon. I'm gonna gamble on the Witch Tree. Normally, the Witch Tree is gonna be... Well, for Zik Test, I'm gonna say it's better for me. So yeah, that wasn't bad. We need a good... Okay, well... Monkey Wrench. Anywho, moving on. Let's see what our police patrols look like. I almost investigated Seaside Mansion, and I have... I forgot. I think we have Teacher, but we'll do police patrols in the mansion for the moment. Because I completely forgot. Why do I want to say I have I'm going crazy. Alright, I'm already going crazy. This is not good. Well, let's see what happens to me. We will trade that for Doom to hold off Zik Task for a moment, but we also want to see Kana disappear. Oh, never mind. Okay, fine. Zik Task decided to throw me a bone for the moment. We're not out of the woods yet, but I mean, I just thought that if my strength increased to 6, I would somehow pass that. The game decided, I already threw you a bone, now I'm gonna throw this bone at your head, and I'm like, okay, fine. That's an interesting combo, by the way, I forgot about that. So you could spend Reason decreasing Doom, and then run into that event if you have high Charisma. That's something I should remember as Mizuki. More strats to learn, but anywho. Yeah, Fame would be nice, wouldn't it? This is not bad, but... Anywho. This is a very, yeah, Monkey Wrench is Monkey Wrench. With Ryoko, it's a Monkey Wrench. Anywho. Let's try and focus on surviving for the moment. Hey, try to recruit more allies. Actually, I should not have done that. Because now I am, unless I want to let Reiko go, but I like funds too, so... This is going to be real interesting in a moment. Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, at least I can reroll, but we got 1 charisma out of it, so... Zik Task has got nothing on me so far. But unfortunately, I can't run ally attack because I still don't do enough damage. Oh yeah, we will get... The one good thing is that if we get Fame, Mizuki is going to have the time of her life. Having the time of her life. I forgot the rest of the lyrics, but anywho. I don't want robots to hurt me anyway, so hey. Pain. Anywho. Let us continue onward if this game decides to, you know, just push us forward. And yeah, Fame would be really great. Now, we have Roads Closed Botanist, but hopefully that won't hurt us too much. I'm going to actually push for the level up here. If we get Fame, we don't have to worry as much on Teacher, but I do want to take Recluse at some point, so let's take Akamoto now. I would have liked Fame before this, but, you know... Yeah, you know, what can you do? She has to get over the hill, but she's injured. Who's injured? The Knight Captain. but she's injured. I don't remember. I'm paraphrasing at this point, but is that true? Is that how the story ends? Good job, kid. Is that how the story ends? Not anymore. Oh, I forgot. I just reset my. Okay, I should stop. I should stop messing around. 2 of these, by the way. I would like 2 of these. I would like 2 attacks right now. Oh my sweet goodness! Did I miss? Never mind. 2 all isn't bad because we have Kana, but if we didn't have Kana, that would have been very, very bad. I would like to level up before the end, though. If you get Fame, that would be great. Also, we're getting closer to Okay, so this would have been an ally attack run, possibly, but at the same time, we would have lost Charisma doing this, so, I mean, how much really? But anywho. I would like a pack of cigarettes, by the way. I'm gonna go for it. I spoke so softly that the mic did not pick up me going, yeah. Oh, I'm not going to do that, though. Chat, by the way, oh yeah, give me that experience. Okay, I'm actually going to hold this off for a moment in the effort of getting, and that helps out, because at least we get 2 experience per investigation anyway. Unless that happens. Never mind. Never mind. Someone's in here. Someone's in here. Oh, this, by the way. I mean, I guess I'll just take -2 all. Yeah, I'm just going to take -2 all. No reason to gamble here. Now, Akamanto's coming up, but that's why we have this bottle of water, too. Anywho. I think I will save these cigarettes for later. We do get Fame, so... Omega Mizuki, here we come. Not Mazuki. Although I could have taken the school investigation earlier. It was all for a good reason. As I lose reason. I did not... Oh, I do have handcuffs. Okay, I scared myself for a moment there. But I'm going to show you why, yeah, even without ally attack, yeah, you want Mizuki with Fame. Because, woo, look at this. Woo! I think we get near. It would be great, wouldn't it, to one-shot Akuma. I almost said Takashi-san, but regardless, we get to do some magic here. Now, I could save these handcuffs, but what better place to use them, right? Anywho. We get Blood Moon where we're prep attacking anyway, so haha. The joke's on you, town effects. Until it's not anymore. But anywho, we'll take this now. Hopefully our knowledge doesn't go any lower because I would like to stick with bracing. And I swear that event that we just saw is an apartments event, because why would you be taking... Well, I mean, you could be taking a bath in the mansion, but, you know. I don't want to lose reason, so we'll just take Doom Hit here for the moment. We do have the Crestfallen Mask. I should equip it in the interest of not getting my stats lowered, as I just talked about my knowledge being at 4. But, profit. Let's just take the Doom Hit here, by the way. 1 Doom isn't going to hurt me, unless I keep taking it. That being said, I could smoke the cigarettes now that I have the stuffed toy, but... Hug the darn doll. Hug Lambie. I already flubbed up the bit. I don't remember the exact phrase. I usually want to quote things exactly if I'm going to do a bit here, but as we get an extra point of funds, yeah, I guess we will use these cigarettes, if for no other reason than for reason. But anywho, you should be able to brace, if it even matters. It probably doesn't, so let's find out. Yeah, if only, right? If only we could do this. If I could only imagine. But unfortunately, no. So we'll just take 4 reason damage in the face. And away we go. I could trade off some stamina here. I probably should. And away we go. So we get to level up. We have this bottle of water. We have not lost Bath yet, which is very good in my opinion. And Reiko is continuing to give us funds, so we could get more funds, but we get more funds. So off we go. Heal reason, move on. We have teacher now. Botanist is coming up last, but we got a boss to take care of and a brick to our name. And I took an extra bottle of water. I guess we are using the stuff toy. Why did I do this to myself? You know what? It's actually worth it here, so I'm going to do this again. We'll save that bottle of water for the moment, and actually we'll sell this one. So never mind, I lied. I guess I'll just have cigarettes for the entire run. Haha! They almost got me, and they did. Also, vanity mirror. Whoops, I forgot about that. And yeah, let's go. I would still rather take that than out of funds, because we can, yeah, if we do things like this, we're gonna keep getting out of funds. So, anywho. Hey, by the way, yeah, don't mind if you're late. Things happen. Things definitely happening on screen, but things happen in real life. That's even why I started late here, so... Heal reason? No? Cool. Roll a 12. Didn't matter how high my charisma was, but yeah, as we move on here... I'll do my best. We shouldn't be entering the hospital anymore, so we'll do that. And hopefully I guessed right, because if I didn't, boy, this is gonna be pain. But in the meanwhile, while we have Nicotine Rush with us, yeah, I think this is like... 1, 2, buckle my no shoes, 16 HP. I don't want to throw the thing, so I guess I'm going to throw the bottle instead, because it saves me on stamina. Keep in mind, we're in teacher right now, so... I am in a bit of a pickle. Luck, so take stamina damage instead. Vanity, we can throw the vanity mirror. I think that'll help us break a threshold. We're about to find out. I mean... Wait, can we do 3 of these? We can get close, right? Because, yeah, it's like 24. Anywho. But I'd rather do this, right? Yeah. 16 HP, and if I throw another 4 or 5... I forgot how much Vanity Mirror does, but because I don't want to waste items, I'm just going to do this. We're going to put the sensor on screen, and then we're going to move on. So, nonetheless, yeah, we have Kana with us, so we should be still going for Brace Attack Teacher. And, yeah, not much else to it. Didn't I save this? Yeah, I saved the sequence. I could probably add in a dodge as well, all things considered. Never mind, dodge. Buffed action, by the way. But anywho, I know I like to throw a lot of shade on dodge, but... I mean... 50%. Anywho. You're setting up to start speedrunning the Digimon World 3, but holy, it's like issues on top of issues. Oh yeah, I'm not even going to... I know a lot... I've looked into, you know... At a point, I did look into playing... Let's just say certain Digimon games, but no, that's not going to happen for me. So it's just not going to happen. Oh, me. Why do I have to be like it is? But yeah, if you do you, because there's not much else I can say about it. That's all I really know. If anyone asks me about the lore, I will just flop immediately. But it sounds cool though. Dexterity help. If nothing else, it reminds me of me needing to branch out to other games, but that's when resources allow, right? Letting allies go grants a bonus to stats, which could help. Or I could just take quick thinking, but the one time I decide not to take quick thinking, let's see what happens to my face. And I do hope things go well, though. I hope that at least that gets across, because boy, speedrunning is no joke. Blindfolded aside, because blindfolded definitely, hey, as it turns out, your vision is important for nearly every game you play. There are more games that have come out that are wary of people who are blind, but by that same, not logic, but by that same thought process, those who are blind, you know, if they're really interested in video games, and you don't have to really be interested, but you get the point. There are ways for them to play video games that are not, obviously, that are harder to play blind, but basically, it's good that everyone's trying to make progress. That's all I'm trying to say. Also, reason. I shouldn't have done that, but it's too late now. We'll smoke this last pack and move on. Thanks, well, you're trying right now. It's pretty daunting to start speedrunning the current. We're like 6 hours long, so imagine not having played the game fast before. Yeah, it's always a step, but at the same time, people start somewhere. Also, stamina pain. Why have I done this to myself? Max threat or high threat level fulfilled force? No! But, yeah, everyone starts somewhere. I think more than a few speedrunners with, you know, top records have, you know, decided to pick up a game. Or if you're just someone who decides to speedrun a lot of games to get as many speedruns as possible, you do you. We're gonna actually send Ryoko here, by the way. It's because I don't want to gamble on anything, so... yeah, we lose Ryoko. Now, unfortunately, that doesn't count as sending away my ally, but you know, pain. Can we get out of this forest, please? By the way, I don't even remember my second encounter, so I would like to get out quickly. But anywho. But yeah, basically, if you have the will, you'll find a way most of the time. Obviously, at some point, you do have to concentrate on what you're good and bad at and what you want to improve on. But there is usually a set of skills that speedrunners have. Not even trying to quote anything. Literally, there are a set of skills that speedrunners have in general that would be great to actually have just playing games normally. But, you know, I say that thinking of Shadow of the Erd Tree and people going through it, and boy, it's fun. I don't have the resources for it, but boy, are people getting pounded. Anywho, do we have the 6th floor, by the way? We don't, so don't need to remember that. 3 stamina, 6 stamina, 3 reason, Takushi-san. So, yeah, we should be perfectly fine here. Don't want to drink the wine bottle. I think we die if we do that because our Doom is going to hit 84%. But hey, Akamanto. 25th fastest, good at racing games. Again, to each their own. Obviously, again, skills between game genres. While there are things to transfer in between, speedrunning in general grants you a more general set of skills. But that's not to say that you have any more. If I were to believe it, though, I think I would rather be a good speedrunner transferring my skills to other games than being good at a genre game transferring my skills to other genres. But again, to each their own. So I guess we're just gonna do this gamble here. We don't need this empty bottle anymore either, so I could have also just sent all my allies, but we should be good on Doom. Really spring Diddy Kong Racing in the latest Nintendo. Well, you got some of the monkeys. You didn't get Diddy Kong though. But as we complete the Zekdaz run and go to a score of 3, we'll move on in a hot moment. But yeah, again, I did see the Nintendo Direct. I think the thing I would have picked up would have been Super Mario Party Jamboree, but we'll see what happens come October. Things can change between then and now. So, as I show you the scoreboard really quickly, with scoreboard of 3, there are obviously other things to be excited about. I'm not going to obviously play, I'm not going to play Metroid Prime 4, obviously, as much as I'd like to. Again, I would really need a lot of resources to play everything I wanted to play. Obviously, the Zelda game isn't bad either, but as we get into another Zekdaz run, Scar's character exclusive Mimi. Ooh. Again, there are a lot of games I would have liked to play, aside from just a lot more JRPGs like Dragon Quest 3, 1, and 2. I said it that way because I think the creator said it that way during the Direct. But anywho, strength, dexterity, knowledge, maybe every single stat check. Second encounter, Takushi-san last, certainly somewhere last, and yeah, we'll move on. But yeah, we got another return. What do you mean? It's new stuff with old maps included. But I mean, generally people are excited about it, but I've seen some unhappy veterans, basically, if I'm to coin the phrase. Along with a lot of things being Stray, the Marvel collection. Those are the ones I can remember off the top of my head. I'll admit it. Footage, Metamorphosis Sailors, Vigil Mermaids. Footage now, I guess. School, hospital, downtown high. Well, this is not going to be a fun run, by the way, but we'll make do with what we've got. Zelda game is your pick of the Direct. Personally, yeah, so I'm not gonna, while I won't play certain games myself, I do see the Zelda game being one of the pop-outs, because Metroid Prime 4 was more to people, Metroid Prime 4 was more about time, whereas Zelda was like, cool. Really cool. I would have liked that, but anywho, yeah, my personal pick, if I were to pick up a game, would be Super Mario Party Jamboree. Because I'm also thinking of the people around me and if they want to have fun or not. So, yeah, let's not Zekdaz ourselves any more than necessary. Although, Scars is doing a number. Oh, yeah, Mario and Luigi, the brothership. I'm sorry, brothership. There's no duh, but obviously that's a joke everyone's making. And then the Zelda games are the ones interesting you. Again, to each their own. I wouldn't, again, I think I would have also picked up Brothership as well. I'm just going to call it that. But unfortunately, yeah, time and resources. Even if I had the resources, probably don't have the time. But again, anything can happen. We'll see. Because those games, well, some of those games have yet to be out. Obviously, some of them are coming closer than later. And then obviously, some people are waiting for Wilds as well. So, I mean, yes, it was the Nintendo Direct, but everyone is amalgamating all the games coming out. And yeah, that's... These next few years might look much brighter because it's just a part of the pattern. Now, I'm not obviously connected with anyone in the gaming sphere. Like, I don't have a lot of connections, but as a developer, you kind of, if you really get into like not the marketing acts, how do I want to say, when you start trying to make commercial projects, you start looking up basically when games might be better to come out than else. Now, obviously, making a good game overrides that, but it kind of does help to time your games. If you're looking at, basically the business side of things, profits, margins, and whatnot. If a game is good, like if you're proud of making a good project, you don't care when your game comes out. But when you're actually focusing on, we'll just say it outright, making money, then it does kind of help to kind of do things, especially if you're the type to really try and get, publishers and whatnot, then you could say, hey, this first week, I sold this much. But again, if you make a good game, these days we have a lot more publishers that are looking at the passion of a developer, which is a very good thing, by the way. Also, I could have... Did I pick this? Okay, didn't. Good. But yeah. It doesn't hurt to try and time your game. Now, obviously, you do what works for you, but things can happen, so... games don't have genres associated, but the Zelda community will for sure. Well, yeah, I'll let them decide. Again, I'm not even a very good lore aficionado on the Zelda series, but I am one of those who has nostalgia from Link to the Past. So, hey, do I want another point of knowledge? Possibly. I have 9 perception. I could grab this katana. Thank goodness it gave me a fair roll, though. So. Katana it is. I don't think we're on random item stats. I would have noticed it by now, right? So away we go. That would have been nice, but hey. Oh, also I didn't do the thing, but it's fine. We one-shot things. So I guess we'll grab the experience from these guests. We'll take some Doom back, but these guests have now become experience. But yes, and if there's anything else, remind me. Obviously, there's the... Well, now I need to look it up, because I don't want to get the name of the game wrong, but... Last Defense Academy. I know that's what it is, but I think there's the 100-line Last Defense Academy. That's coming out on Steam, really? I looked it up on a search engine and immediately got the Steam version. Really? Alright, well, at least that's available if I want to get into it, if good things happen to this channel. Otherwise, as we one-shot Sotomura let's move on with life. Third Mystery, 24% Doom, and I've started runs with 24% Doom. Oh, never. Yeah, Third Mystery, 24% Doom, and we'll move on. Basically, I would have grabbed a handful of games, but I'm me. So, also, fill the empty bottle, take experience, because we're topped off on HP. We're also on scars. I forgot about that. Metamorphosis, and away we go. Bunch of Nintendo Direct are on Steam anyways and will be therefore cheaper and better because of PC anyways. Yeah, that's also the general... It's not my personal opinion, but you have to still understand where people are coming from when they say they're going to get things on PC. Like, things coming out. Obviously, a lot of Nintendo IPs are definitely going to come out on Switch. I feel like, for some reason, I feel like there's a Donkey Kong game on Steam, but correct me if I'm wrong there. Let's do this, by the way. I don't want to use Book of Gore, so I think instead I'm going to... We're already using the katana, and I think we have more than an... oh, no, we don't. We need dexterity. No, wait, I'm taking quick thinking. What am I doing? Anywho. Yeah, for some reason I think there are more than a few Nintendo IPs on Steam, but correct me if I'm wrong there. I actually don't want to fight these guys. Can I one-shot enemy? I can one-shot enemy B. I cannot one-shot enemy A. But theoretically speaking, I can, because I get painkillers out of this. You never check the indie games on Switch, no point, you get a better experience. Yeah, so Then again, for things on Switch that are also available on PC, those are more for people who only have the Switch and don't have basically a good PC to run Steam games. There I understand. There is a point to indie games on Switch, if not just for the connection and marketing. It is an overall good. It's just that obviously a lot of people are playing on PC these days, so it helps the developer to be aware to develop for PC, but that doesn't mean to close the door of opportunity that is, as I figure out what I actually want to do here. I think I want to do that, yeah. 95% is no way I miss, right? The door of opportunity that is porting things to consoles, because there are you're missing out on a good number of the audience if you don't try and if you don't have the ability to port to console, and you know it's not a bad idea to, or it's not a bad idea for your own project. But me, however, obviously, when I'm developing, I should say that to myself, because obviously I develop games for PC because they're RPG Maker. But a lot of popular releases, not popular, a lot of the popular opinion seems to be, from my observations, porting things to mobile instead. But you know, that's just my observations on things. Obviously, consoles are still a big part of it. I would never place, at this point in time, I would still not place mobile gaming directly above every console, but there is some push and leeway, and you obviously have to look into specific cases or genres of games, so that's also not quite a fair argument. Basically, I'm mulling to myself, and I know I'm wrong in certain aspects, but in some other aspects, hey. And of course, expanded consoles, yeah, so a bunch of fun things to do if you are a game developer these days. That's basically what I'm trying to say, especially since more indie game developers in general, if not the concept, is getting more visibility. So yes, and there are always downsides here and there, and the one downside I can think of coming out because of a lot of indie game dev, popularity is obviously one of the ones that I've seen a few people talk about that has more traction, which is that indie game devs, me included technically, but indie game devs can be picked up and basically locked out of doing things because, well, when you sign on to certain, let's just say certain deals, you are essentially, there are some terms of service, some terms of contracts where you are not getting out of. Also, pain. I didn't get to double attack anywhere, but my personal, not gripe, but negative that I can see is that it gets too much traction, and it kind of just, how should I explain it? It doesn't blow up in our faces, but we get a very bad example that outweighs the actual negative effect that it has. For example, I'll try to say an example just in case, but a game comes out by an indie game dev that becomes highly controversial for the wrong reasons, and that would kind of hurt. I can see that kind of doing damage. And obviously, it's not a very, complicated, complex argument or complex thing to bring up. Like, anyone can think about it, but that's if I were to talk about my greatest worry, it'd be that. I don't know how else to explain it. There's a better way to explain it, but I'm not explaining it well. Also, the scalpel does 1 damage, so we're going to throw it. And then swing hard. Portable Terraria on mobile. Cube World remain ultimate example. Yeah, I don't know about Cube World, but I'll believe you when you mention it. Otherwise, it'll stay on the back of my mind because, boy, the reasons. Again, the goods outweigh the bads in this case for indie games in general, because, well, the proof is in the pudding, if I were to say something weird. In that, yeah, we have Power World, we have 2022, 2021 Vampire Survivor Mania. If I just keep naming indie games in general, Crypt of the Necrodancer, Undertale, obviously. So within the past decade, indie games have always been there. It's just that in the early 2020s, moving into mid 2020s, there's a lot, like, it's made more apparent because of the failings of more than a few AAA titles. And we don't include smaller game devs in this, but in the category of indie game devs, obviously. But Now people are looking more towards smaller game devs. I think one person made a video about, and they mentioned this in their video, but how the fall of bigger companies, or when bigger companies fail, the smaller companies and therefore also indie game devs get to benefit a lot more sometimes. In this case, even financially, because, well, let's just say an investor doesn't want to invest in a AAA company that keeps failing, as opposed to, I wonder what happens if I would have let go of Sato there and then tried that. But yeah, the smaller companies get to benefit, and you know, if I were to put money down and say, hey, I'm betting on this AAA game from this company, or you can bet on 10 indie games that are coming out, that are being marketed. There's a very important point here, because I'll mention this in a moment, but yeah, would you rather gamble on 10 indie games that you've seen basically in the Nintendo Direct, or do you want to gamble it all, or do you want to bet it, I say gamble, you want to bet it all on the AAA game, which, I mean, it is gambling for some certain investors, and sometimes they know, sometimes you don't, so you just have to make informed guesses. And yeah, in this day and age, yeah, you would rather kind of, I guess it also helps with that diversify, if that makes any sense, into smaller indie games, then gamble on the big one. Obviously, they're still gonna. If you have the money, you put some investment into as many AAA titles as possible. But because in general, a general audience is still gonna buy a lot of AAA titles. It's just that, I mean, we've seen it over the years, and especially for some extreme examples, they get absolutely pounded in reviews or just controversy, and they kind of just sink to the bottom. But in general, yeah, a lot of attention has been turned to indie games. Nice 12 roll. You try to slip that past me, game. I saw you. I should look into keyboard because it's very shady rabbit hole, interesting. Power work because the things, but yeah, it's interesting to look at these things in hindsight, and in about 5 or 10 years, we're definitely we're gonna at least get a good idea, because it didn't used to be the way. We had to used to wait like 20 years in the past to see the differences, but as technology evolves, you can see things a lot sooner, if that makes any sense. Also, we did get the torch, so let's not fight this boss and enter the lighthouse with about 40-50% doom. And we should be able to nearly survive no matter what, but we'll see. I also did grab another bottle of water, but it's fine. But yeah, without further ado, we should survive no matter what. Even if Zektas absolutely nerfs us into the ground, unless I miss something, we should be okay. I will hold this level up though, because we're on scars with Mimi, but we should still be okay. Nothing weird should happen. I also have bottles of water, so hey. But yeah, as I'll say, what I was saying earlier about, I don't even remember this. I want to say it was one of these two. Nope. But about indie games is, yes, obviously, there are thousands of game developers right now. So when you look at kind of actually, that might not even be true. But what I'm trying to say is the number of successful indie games to the number of total indie games out there is still close, relatively speaking, in percentages, to the number of AAA games that exist, and the number of, well, successful, I guess we'll say successful indie games that exist. But again, I suppose even that can be up to debate. Because definitely if nothing else, a lot more AAA games have failed in the past 3 or 4 years than in 2018 and the last 3 or 4 years. Although it's still, I wouldn't deny there's still a downhill trend. I might be wrong about that, the second to last sentence I just said, but I think the trend still kind of exists, or existed back in 2010s, 2015s. But again, this is me thinking to myself at the moment. Although it is my opinion, if I'm wrong, I have to stick with that. Also, we also passed the test already, so this is just, we're still at a score of 3 as we move on into Herald Colt character exclusive jury. So yeah. That's the, I was going to say something else, but I just ended it with a so yeah. Taxi-san, second knowledge, light, and maybe charisma. Do I want to build into knowledge? No. I'm still going to do hardware store. So away I go. I could have also done an army knife. That's right, I was supposed to do army knife with jury. But I mean, we never know. We'll see what happens. We'll grab a spell, expel evil. That's actually going to be good for me. And we lost the notes, unfortunately. But, you know, we'll take experience for the moment and move on. There's something else I wanted to say on the topic of indie games and stuff, but if I forget, if I remember, I remember. If I forget, we'll move on. But anywho, mermaids, metamorphosis, recluse, footage, teacher. Well, funny enough, I think I'm gonna take metamorphosis first. This is gonna be quite bad for me, but we'll see what happens to my face. So, this is gonna be a lot of horror progress, but this is still better Doom-wise. Well. Alright, away we go. That was not good. I also forgot if I had a forest mystery. But I'll set downtown and hope I... Why do I forget? I have teacher, recluse. So yeah, I think we are doing... Oh, I don't remember at all. No, teacher doesn't have any downtown. Unless you decide to do the side quest. All I did was hurt myself. And then got more horror. Okay, so this could be a very bad jury run. We'll see what happens, though. It's not over yet, but boy, pain. So, I would like to not get reset here. And yeah, we do have some forest investigation. Dog help! No! I rolled a 10. Why? I know why, but it doesn't stop me from screaming, why? Oh my sweet goodness. I rolled 2 10s in a row, man. That's basically 25% to 25%, but anywho. Which isn't the worst, lowest odds, but boy. Oh my goodness. It doesn't stop. We have to run. Taking too much damage. Oh, damn. Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis mystery, even without the boss at the end, was a very bad decision because of the events I ran into. So we're just going to swing really hard. Oh, actually, yeah, that's right. After the first turn, for some reason, whether it's a bug or not, he's going to be dealing a lot of damage. So we can't even do that. We have to just do this. And we pray. We pray we hit this. Oh, God. I guess we're doing another run. Reset time. Okay, never mind. Good. For now, we do need to... Oh, yeah, we're probably gonna get time skip. This is not looking good. Hey, we'll take elusive. We'll need all the doom we can get here. And let's see what else happens to my face. So, we'll take teacher next, because now we have 6 strength. Or, never mind, that's recluse. Anywho. I mean, this is not the worst thing in the world, but I need to not lose any reason, basically. Well, that was a misclick. That was one of the biggest misclicks. It's not the biggest misclick I've done, but it's certainly a big one. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We need to take stamina damage, by the way. Because we don't even have enough reason at the moment, but we gotta do our best, right? I don't even know if we can dodge right now. But we'll find out, won't we? This will heal our reason, so I think we do survive. It's just that, wow, we're in a lot of pain. So yeah, we get that, and I mean, if I throw the shovel, I can two-shot this, but it's the only weapon I have, so we're not going to throw it. The Restless bonus is going to be pulling its weight, though. As long as I keep Restless and don't get a Broken Bath. Okay. So I think the meat horror was a second encounter, if I need to remember that. But in the interest of not dying, I'm going to heal Reason here. And away we go. Now, a pack of cigarettes will do us nicely here. Which I guess I'm going to go for. Curse, curse, curse. Not yet. We'll sort of the checkbook for now. Oh, it costs 5 funds. Well, yeah, we're going to have to just eat that in the face. And away I go. I should have actually just used the checkbook, but I'm trying to level up one more time at least. Being at level 3 is not going to be good for me, is what I'm trying to say. So, in the interest of not losing too much stamina, we are going to throw this brick. I should trade off Reason here. And then we're going to swing this shovel. And, well, that wasn't an apartment enemy, but I'm going to gamble here on not running into an apartment enemy. And now we need a rest, but I need to do this. We have penalty damage anyway. I'm gonna rush this. I'm making a choice here. Don't hurt me. Take the safe route, by the way, to Doom. Oh, I really need to level up before the end. No, I don't think we're gonna level up. If we take another Doom penalty, I would rather take a Doom penalty, but guess we're gonna gamble again. Never mind, it's guaranteed. Ugh. Oh, we don't level up. Are you serious? Oh. We level up now. That's not real, right? No, it's not. Nonetheless, I'm going to heal stamina here. And then we're going to horror out. I'd rather take the 6... Fine, be that way. But anyway, as we move on here... I say I need to get back to Power World. I have not even touched Power World yet, but anywho. Let us prepare for combat. As I prepare the sensor in a moment, but we should be able to one-shot this near enough. Yeah, with the power of cigarettes, we get to guarantee this. As I accidentally pressed the wrong hotkeys. And let's move on. So, at least we get to brace here. But I mean, the horror's caught up to us, so we can afford to kind of rest, but we don't have a lot of Doom for resting regardless, so how good of a position are we in, really? That being said, yeah, Metamorphosis did do a lot of pain to our face, but we were on Jury Prick. If we were on all pricks, I'd feel a lot worse, but we'll work with what we got. Also, did I forget to do the thing? No. So, would I rather save the Doom for funds to get another pack of cigarettes? We have a stuffed toy. That's why I'm not really planning to do that. I think I'd rather save the Doom for resting. So, let's see. Do we have fetid fumes? By the way, not yet. So let's try to play consistently. Mainly, yeah, I saw the word messy, but a mess. Man, your desktop is a mess. Trying to find audio desyncs, video lag, and stuff. Yeah, that can be a bit. Especially if you're working with videos, is what I assume this is all about. 4 stamina damage. What do you mean? But yeah, it behooves, as someone who also has done some programming in his life, on top of game dev. Yeah, a lot of it is usually... I mean, if you're not messily organized, which is kind of a thing, then trying to be organized before the mess occurs is the main takeaway that I've taken away. So, hey. Oh, working with emulation? Oh yeah, that's right. Because you are playing a certain game, which I assume that you have gotten by legit means. So let's not speak more on that. Because that's always the assumption, even though, I mean, it's kind of an... let's admit it right here. Some people think it's an open secret, but there's no reason to say otherwise, and we'll leave it at that. As we lose 1 stamina and 1 reason here. Good thing I didn't accidentally investigate, but we could still be in pain here, so let's find out. Not yet, but we do need a rest regardless. Yeah, I don't believe in myself, so I'm going to rest now. Now we lose the restless mode. Actually, I should rest a bunch here if I don't believe, but we'll see. Oh yeah, I'm going to rest a bunch here. So, rest 2 more times. In case some weird stuff happens, and away we go. You do, not even lying, it's actually only physical old game I own. Yeah, same for me. I do have more than a few physical games that I would like to play on this channel, but emulation is just hard in general, so... We'll notice the face, by the way, so we only take Doom damage, and away we go. Let's just say, the game is called Bust a Groove 2. And I think I have Bust a Groove 1 too, but... I have Bust a Groove O-N-E space, comma, space, T-O-O. But yeah, emulation is already hard enough as it is. No need to make it harder. Because the worst thing that happens is, yeah, you somehow break your old copy. I've seen people do that. Not seen. I've observed experiences people doing that as they're trying to preserve the games that they bought with their real-life money, hard-working money. But you know, oh my goodness, do I just want to eat this in the face here? I don't. But I don't have the Doom to spare either. In case things go terribly, terribly wrong. I can't even gamble. That's how bad this is at the moment, but hey. Oh, I'm under the effect of nicotine withdrawal, that's why. I guess we will run. Whoops, forgot to do that. Alright, gonna focus up for a bit. Read one more. Renting isn't really a thing in your country, as you heard it was in the USA where I am. Yeah, each country their own, but I know European countries, it's not dicey. I'm not saying anything against the renting scene, I'm just observing that from what people say here and there that renting is a bit of a thing in European countries for whatever reason. And that's all I can really say on the topic. Oh, I should have visited the mansion twice. Oh, don't hurt me here. This is a max threat level forest. No, maybe I should not have run. Well, pain. To the pain, where every part of me is screaming in agony, and boy is it screaming agony right now. Well, isn't this a funny little pickle I've gotten myself into? Ugh. I can throw the hunting rifle, but what does that really do for me? Oh, that hasty aid turned into badly bleeding too. Oh, I can't even one shot. Help! Well, I mean, I don't want to spend any Doom, so we're just going to do this. And we're going to see what happens to my face. 11 HP, I should be able to Desperate, Prep, Normal. I mean, it was this, the Crowbar, although the Carpenter Hammer probably would have been the pick to go to, but now we're bleeding out. Not a proc chance, but we're bleeding. Still, well, no, actually we trade Doom here. Meat Horror was my second encounter, right? Please tell me it was. We're still going to destroy the shrine, and we rolled an 11. I mean, at least we get out of the mystery, and we have the cultist to help us in terms of running away. Oh, time skip. Oh, boy, what a time to be alive. Alright, well... Alright, Harold, you want to keep it close? Let's keep it close. I'll keep my enemies far and my Doom closer. Takshi-san, second knowledge, light, charisma. Thank goodness we have the handcuffs. But this is going to be an interesting lighthouse. I don't think I should die here, but let's find out. So, with that said... Oh my goodness, I'm so close. I don't think the shovel does enough damage if I throw it. But I don't have the Doom to spare, so... I mean, either way, I can't even dodge, so I'm gonna throw the shovel. 5. Now, aren't I doing 9 damage? Oh yeah, bonus damage. Okay, good. Get out of here. You're under arrest. By the way, I forgot what... I think I took Recluse on accident second. No, I took Metamorphosis on accident second. No, I took Recluse on second. Okay, good. I forgot. Meat Horror should be my second encounter. If it's not, I'm gonna cry. Okay, good. Yeah, we should survive. Bumbled my way. But when that's not over, let's actually hold our breath. But yeah. Hey, Herald Rundown. Okay, so in the interest of me not going crazy, because I don't think I'm in my best condition, I'm going to show you the scoreboard, and I guess we'll turn this next 10 minutes into a Zatodon of sorts. For those who don't know, Zatodon is basically a talking stream, or basically you get the chance to ask me anything as well, among other things, but if nothing else, because, yeah, this is... I could do a second run, but in the interest of not getting a reset, I think for entertainment purposes, it would be better to stop while I'm ahead at the moment. That's my personal thing as well. Or that's something I personally believe in as well. Stopping while you're hot, I think, is better than stopping while you're cold. If that makes any sense. And if it doesn't, for those who don't know what that means, basically stopping while you are ahead or while you're hot is essentially stopping while you're a winner and not when you're losing. So for example, if you are playing a gacha and you somehow like draw 3 5-stars and 1 10 pull, that's when you're stopping while you're hot. Because if you stop while you're cold, what you might do is you're say, oh, I drew 3, let's roll 100 more times, and then you get nothing, and that's when you stop when you're cold. And if you keep on going, then you just have you may have a gambling addiction. But anywho, yeah, we'll tell this again. If you have anything to ask, because anything else, I'll probably just be announcing the other things and then just talking. But so for tomorrow, I am going to be playing. Actually, I'm still not decided. I guess I'll throw it up to anyone watching now, because if you know these 2 games, let me know which ones you want to see. If you don't, look them up yourself, and I mean, I guess we'll find out. But tomorrow's either going to be, well, they're both by the same. They're by Hanako Games, the developer name, I think. But one of them is Long Live the Queen, and the other one is called Black Closet. Black Closet is more of a mystery visual novel of sorts that I think I personally like the gameplay loop of Black Closet, and we'll be going through the storyline version, but I don't know if that's going to be okay to... I mean, they're neither of the 2 are, I don't think, terribly explicit. I'll take another look because I forgot to check before in the last 24 hours. And then Long Live the Queen is another type of... this sounds disingenuous to explain in less than 10 words. It's Princess Maker. I'm shrugging real life. But except you're raising a princess, a real-life princess, in the fantasy ages. So you're well, there's magic as well. But you get the point. Again, if you don't know what either of these games are, I'm playing one of the 2 for Abatsu. Maybe I might just play both. But I will at least put out a World of Horror video tomorrow before I do that stream. At the same time, I would have done a stream. Basically, I'm streaming at the same time, but I'm streaming something different. A World of Horror video will come before that, not Event of the Day. Probably a Harbinger Horror. But yeah, I'll be playing one of those 2 games, or both, just as part of the Batsu. And the Batsu is to do something specific, but I haven't decided on what the goal is to. I'll definitely announce it when I start the stream, whether I'm playing one or both games. And we'll see what happens, because boys are going to take a lot. I don't know if I'll be able to fit it in 2 hours, but we'll see what happens. Again, we'll see what happens. So without further ado, we'll just go into anything else. And on Sunday, it's probably going to be, if not a public beta, it'll be the Batsu or something else. Usually, Wednesdays was what I planned to do the Batsu for, but we'll see what happens. Because there are things I want to do. There are basically Haspin's events, and I think a few releases by modders for 1.01 and 1.02, but for the purposes of just getting it out of the way, I think Sunday has a high chance of being another 1.02 or a feature on modded content for World of Horror. And I think that's the schedule for this weekend. As for the rest of the week, I actually didn't get a lot of game dev work done, and that's on me. So as we're entering July, I need to get to work on completing everything I have on the table. But at the same time, Long Live the Queen is what it's called. Long Live the Queen, made by Hanako Games, and then there's Black Closet, also made by Hanako Games. Basically, I play a lot of Hanako Games. I would have gotten the more recent one that's actually more looks like a dating sim, but it's also, it's story based, but you are increasing stats and whatnot for love interest and whatnot. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when the time comes. I forgot what I was going to talk about, but again, I'm open to any questions that you have for the next pretty much 14 minutes. We'll turn this into a Zatsudan, and I should probably timestamp this for future Jordan's uses. If I don't, whatever, you're here for the stream anyway, and you're here for me and or World of Horror. As I'm also working on my World of Horror custom content. I have a lot on my plate, basically. That's no excuse for me to not get things done, like results do matter, but if I were to give my side of the story, yeah, that. So, a lot on my plate. In the meanwhile, though, again, it's not going to be anything big. I'm not going to come out with like, bam, here's the game. That's not going to happen. It's going to be a game I basically have fun with working on throughout time. Let's just to say outright. And then the second game I'm working on is definitely going to be the commercial project, but we'll see. It's not going to be anything big either. It's not going to be anything big or fancy. You won't suddenly see it at like Summerfest or something like that. That's all I need to say. But I am planning to, I have a goal for when I put out projects, especially when they are self-game dev, and I'm also learning Godot. Godot is the main thing I'm learning, But I do look at other game engines as well here and there. But obviously RPG Maker is what I'm most experienced with. I wouldn't even say I'm a veteran at it. I just go in and go, blah, try this out, blah. But there are lessons I take away with each project. So it's not the one you saw though. Steam recommended you a game similar to Princess Maker that also looked cool. It would have, am I thinking of it? I guess I'll check right now. But yeah, it's Long Live the Queen is what I'm planning to do, or Black Closet, one of the two. I'm not decided yet. Because it'll depend on, I might actually like touch those games really quickly just to see what is possible within a 2 or 3 hours period. I usually don't want to go more than 4 hours, more for your sake, but if you don't mind me going 4 hours, I mean, I don't mind going 4 hours. It's a Batsu anyway, so it's on me to do, but there's an easy way to check this out. And obviously, yeah, here I am playing these games. I mean, they're not bad games, in my opinion, but everyone else is in the shadow of a tree, so... But anywho, let's take this out. Oh, I never mentioned. So the Batsu is going to be, if I fail the Batsu tomorrow, I have to buy Princess Maker 2 Remake at full price. If I succeed, then I can wait for it to go on sale. But that's without... I have already, I've already allocated the resources for either outcome, so it's not like I can somehow flake out of this, but, So I think it'd be management life sim or management simulation. But I think life sim would be the more closest, right? I think I know, yeah, again, I don't know what game you're talking about specifically, but I think this is the easiest way to find it. Life sim? Maybe even anime, but we'll see. Probably not that. Never mind, yeah, I get something completely different when I'm doing this. You can also not give Steam any money. You can't recall, sorry. No problem. You can also not give Steam any money. No, I've decided. I mean, I was planning to get Princess Maker 2 at some point in my life, regardless. But, And obviously this will be videos form, because I don't know. I mean, it'll just be video form. But we'll see. Yeah, I don't think I did the right thing, right? So I'm gonna also put in the term simulation. And we'll see what happens. So life sim, nope, not that. Huh, really? Am I not really finding it like this? That's interesting. Princess Maker 2. Because basically what I'm doing is just searching by category. Otherwise it would have to be... Oh my goodness, I'm going in the wrong direction. It would have to be the... What am I trying to say here? There was a game made by a Chinese developer about... I mean, I think I talked about it before, but you're growing up as a kid, but I don't think it's that. Anywho, I'm just interested because I don't think I've ever said it on stream. Oh my goodness, why am I stuttering so much? Because I'm trying to say a lot of things at the same time, but... Oh, this is really... Anywho, I think I'll just put an anime just to be sure. Because if you're looking for specifically anime-based life simulations, life sim, and or management games, I think like the top 5 or like 3 of the top 5 are Princess Maker games. If we're looking at top rated, I think Tavern Talk came out. Yeah, Tavern Talk came out recently. And then there are the Chill Pulse is a thing. That. Okay, so never mind. I'm wrong, kind of. But anywho, yeah. Unfortunately, I get shown basically adult games as well, because the game's like, oh, you bought Honey Pop 2. Here, you must like these, and I'm like, no, that was a. Anywho, I mean, they're not wrong because it is labeled as that, but yeah, I'm not finding the right one. Let me see here. Let me look up management. Now I'm curious. Really hating on Steam and Valve at the moment with what's happening with that CS2 and the game Banana thing. Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Banana and its sequel. Well, I'll look it up in a moment, but YouTube. Yeah, YouTube for adult games. Again, the game is like, I mean, you can turn that option off. It's kind of, but I say kind of because I swear I tried turning it on and it didn't do anything for me. But anywho. Oh, really? Only 4? Okay, anywho. Well, anywho. Yeah, I can't find anything. I thought, what was I doing then? Why did I do the thing? Okay. Oh no, the sequel. Yeah, the sequel, Banana and Cucumber. I'm not even going to click on the game store page links because I don't want anything weird to happen. With it's like, oh, you like these games? Here are some more AFK or clicker games. I'm like, no, Steam, you're wrong. I think there's also a way to kind of refresh the algorithm, but only so much, right? There's a lot of hiding in search engines and whatnot in terms of, oh, you thought you refreshed it, nah. But let me see here. Out of curiosity, is anyone streaming that thing? I don't think so. Probably in Indonesia. Because there are a few, yeah, so there's some things here. I see an upcoming stream coming up. But, anywho, by both, I'm already kind of doing a thing. But anywho, oh, yeah. So I'm seeing some stream. Basically, after the next 7 minutes, if you're not just gonna take a break, please go watch other people's streams. There are some good people streaming right now, but whether they have like 100,000 subscribers, 1 million, 10K, 1,000, 3,000, 100, there are enough things, enough sources of entertainment online. That's why I also appreciate anyone who decides to support me here, because boy, I've done some things. Also, yeah, someone put up a compilation for a certain game they've played. A compilation channel has put out a compilation for a game that was played. Ooh, someone put out a new cover. Anywho, a lot of good things out on at least YouTube. If you are the type of person who's trying to look for quality content, you don't have to know because you have more troubleshooting Steam instead of, yeah. So yeah, for some of us, we have to go back to work. I definitely have to do that, but I'm also hungry at the moment because I don't eat during stream usually. I think there's only 1 or 2 times I've actually like consumed food during stream, but I don't do it often. Just as a just a general rule. I'm sure there's reasons not to do it that people have mentioned, but yeah, as I scroll through things again, I think I can also go through stuff I'm waiting. I think I'm also waiting for. I mean, I might as well just in case anyone is curious, at not my wish list, but things I'm looking to get. Rift of the Necro Dancer, definitely off the top of my head. I think Nirvana, Cyberpunk Bartender Action, the spiritual. Well, it is literally is a sequel to Valhalla. Something here. For some reason, I'm also looking at that, and then at some point, I think I should just take this off. I was looking at River City Girls 1 and 2. That's not happening. Obviously, Princess Maker 2 were fine. I'm looking at a Saga Frontier game. Why? I'm also looking. Oh, that came out. No, it hasn't come out yet. Frostpunk 2, which I don't think I'm gonna be able to run on the setup I'm on. So if I did want to stream and or record gameplay of this, I would have to use a different setup. But I don't even know if I'll have the resources for it. So hey. Something called Rabbit and Steel. Why am I looking at that? I mean, I probably know why I'm looking at the game. And other things that have not come out, like 20 Minutes to Dawn, Ember Path, Slay the Spire 2. Again, some games that I think are okay, but obviously, when I say okay, I mean okay to actually sink your teeth into. But if they're not your genre of game, I know that the games that I like are not a normal person's genres of games. Especially since they're like, I've mentioned like the games that I mentioned, and they're all like I mentioned at least 3 or 4 different genres of games. A Unit Chronicles 100 Heroes notwithstanding, but that, if it was just the game, it would have been fine. But that also has a season pass with it. You can get the deluxe edition. I wonder if it's still on sale, actually. Not sponsored by anyone, by the way. But 9 p.m. right here. Still haven't eaten. Your stubborn shooting habits of work. Yeah, habits of work. Remember to eat. Please don't think, oh, I'm hungry right now, but I can go on. At least get something to bite. And let me see. I think, yeah, it's the digital deluxe edition that includes the pass, question mark? I'm going to look at this. No? I think it does, actually. Let me check. I don't know why I'm going crazy here. I am going crazy. Where? Yeah, digital deluxe includes the season pass, which for A Unit Chronicles 100 Heroes, what I'm reading, were 3 original raw papers by Junko Kawano, story expansion, and things for your headquarters, because you can make headquarters in that game. But the deluxe edition is $60 USD. Normally it would be $80, which again, that's a lot of money for me to save. But the regular edition is $37.49 USD, normally $49.99. So I can't do it because I'm saving money for Princess Maker 2, both Refine and Regeneration. I don't know why, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, otherwise I think the time would have been passed, so since I've already made my decisions in life, I've made my decisions in life. Unless I get a windfall if for some reason when I put out something, but my own game, but hey. And there's a lot of Germany-based weekend deal sales on Steam. But that's just Steam. I haven't even looked on itch.io, but hey. Here's the thing. Also, someone was looking at something. Oh my goodness. I also apologize to anyone who are playing with the mods that I've made for mainly Fear Hunger 2. I don't think I actually have any other mods out. So really only that. But yeah, I've made a mod for Fear Hunger 2. People are still hoping for me to update that, but I just have so much on my plate. That's my excuse anyway. But I really should do a thing. Meanwhile, I guess I will just... No, that's not even... I actually have to do this to get a better idea of what's actually top-selling games on itch. Top sellers, anyway. It's not my neighbor. Buckshot Roulette for $3. I should check that game, or buy that game and check it out. I mean, I know what it's about, but hey. And then a lot of other stuff. But hey. I was also considering at one point actually streaming or making a video series on Our Life Beginnings and Always. And if you don't know what that is, actually I'm just going to read the synopsis from the game page. Because it's also on Steam, but I'm looking at it. I look at it at itch.io. So, just really quickly, a nostalgic visual novel, it is a visual novel, where you design your own character and grow from childhood to adulthood with a lonely boy next door. Create an experience that's all your own in this near fully customizable choice-heavy story. And boy, from the demos I played, that is a definitely choice-heavy. It's a good visual novel to pick up. That's come out, that's a contemporary visual novel at this point. Or at least come out in recent times. But anyway, out of curiosity, new and popular games on itch.io. If I click it right now, Sprout Valley, 3D Sand VR, an emulator, Soul Ash 2, Teeth of Glass, RPG action, visual novel. I'm just kind of reading the genres. I'm just interested to see what people come out. Obviously, I would look in other places to see up-and-coming developers, but, you know, FNF should be there, alright. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen that. And this is a pretty objective view on the itch.io pages. I guess top rated, right? It would be around top rated. Is it even top 5? Yeah, it's number 7 if I'm going left to right from what I believe. So, and just kind of just go over it. Top rated games on itch.io. Pretty objective, not catered to me specifically. Our Life Beginnings and Always, seemingly at first. Holocure, obviously. Adventures with Anxiety, Blooming Panic, A Short Hike, Butterfly Soup, Friday Night Funkin', Project Cat, Doki Doki Literature Club, and then Andromeda 6. And then just keep going on. What we become, what we behold. Our Life Now and Forever, which is the next game after Our Life and Beginnings and Always. It's a different setting and characters, but it's by the same developer. Goodbye Doggy, Deltarune, Chapters 1 and 2. Six Cats Under Sort the Court. A Date with Death, Celeste. Voices of the Void, Pre-Alpha. Vincent the City, Secret of Myers? A Tale of Crowns, a lot of basically story-based games and or visual novels. And yeah, and then Buckshot Roulette here at about number 20-ish. But you get the point. A lot of new games and also a lot of old games, or games that have come out a long time ago but are being updated. It's getting updated now, so hyped for Friday Night Fun. Maybe I should do one on that. Maybe I should do a trying to play. Or just a video on it in general, but we'll see. Because I think you still have to add mods to get precise key press support, right, for Friday Night Funkin'? Correct me if I'm wrong, it's been a while since I played it. I have played it before, obviously, but you get the point at this point. Oh, hold on, let me cough. Not anymore? Good. We'll see. I'm like turning my mic on and off because I had to do a thing, but yeah, as for top sellers though, that you actually have to buy, because obviously FNF it's a free game, but there's a lot of interesting games on itch.io that are paid for, whether they're $1, whether they're $20. But normally they're on the lower end of the spectrum. If they're a 3D game though, yeah, as I'm looking right here, they expect them to cost a lot more. I personally know that if I put out my first 3 to 5 games will probably not be more than $5. I would bet money on it. But actually one of them are no. So, we'll see. But otherwise, the average price of my games, if I were to put a price tag on them, are like $2, $3. Otherwise, the most is probably would be $5. I should check it out real quick. The new difficulties are super fun. I will. I'm not going to do it on stream because now I have to go off. But yeah, I promise you that I will. Now, will I make a video or stream on it? I guess we'll find out. Maybe next week's Batsu could be a Friday Night Funkin' one. But without further ado, yeah, if anyone has any further questions, I'll take the next minute to close out the stream. I'll give you a minute to, ask any questions or whatnot. Otherwise, yeah. For tomorrow, definitely going to look at one of the two Hanako games, because I own both of them. And then on Sunday, it's probably going to be either a 1.02, or if there's not enough, maybe I'll switch in between. But definitely looking at Haspin's new mysteries, along with other new stuff. I guess I'll just be like a jamboree again. I'll have to figure out. Future Jordan will have to worry about that. But otherwise, after this, just probably going to be cooking stuff. That would be J-Pog, but Jimmel-Pog? What did I name that? Anywho. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, without further ado, I won't take up more of your time. Anyone watching now or in the future, I'd like to thank you for watching, as I actually throw things in chat. And if you want to support me, again, if you want to support me monetarily, you can go for a membership. I think it's still $2.99 USD. To support this channel directly. But if you want to support me like more directly, just wait for one of my games to come out and either donate or just buy the game in general. I'm still figuring out how I want to do that. The first game coming out is going to be completely free. You can choose to donate because it'll probably be featured on itch.io specifically. But yeah, if I'm to sell myself for a moment, yeah, that'll be that. But yeah, without further ado, thank you for watching and I'll see you later. Bye.